Well, here's what we got. Let's tell you a story on this. A good customer of mine, customers, man and wife, and their daughter, who is also a good customer of mine. The lady bought her this G washing machine, brand new. It's less than a year old, I think. Bought it from Lowe's, and their complaint is it quit pumping water, and so it was under warranty, and they sent some people out there. I think they said they sent 3 different people out to fix this machine, and it's a really nice looking machine. So the story is, they changed the lid switch, they changed the control board. One guy said it was the transmission. One guy ordered a new agitator. It looks like they got a belt. These are the parts. What we have here. Oh lordy. This is I don't think this is. Yeah. They got a new lid switch. They got a new motor speed sensor. I don't know what this is. Let's see. My gosh. Yeah, he brought me all these parts. He said they couldn't fix it. New shift actuator. Well, here's another shift actuator. Looks like a new control board. Golly! What was in here? Can't remember. What's this? Part of the agitator. They've got a brand new transmission. I don't know what that was. There's something in here. Let's see. A new bolt for the agitator. Man, look at that. So this is what the warranty people did. He said he wanted it fixed, and what he told me is it wasn't spinning the water wasn't draining. There's not a water pump in all this stuff. Now, if I diagnose this thing and it's the water pump, I will be amazed. I guess I should have looked under it to make sure everything is there. Yeah, let's look underneath it. I just hooked it up. I don't know if they left it undone or what. I guess these guys know what they're doing. But this is what the impasse is. They got tired. Lowe's got tired of messing with it. Oh, I've got it hooked up to hoses. So Lowe's got tired of messing with it, so they just gave the customer their money back and all those parts in this machine. And the customer said they're going to get a Speed Queen, which they won't regret. Let's check under here. Well, let's see. Okay. Let's see where they had the motor speed sensor. That's good. That's good. Alright, looks like everything is on there. It needs to be on there. Let's hook it up and diagnose it. Let's see what's going on. I've been to this customer's house several times when they had an older machine and they had water problems. The water valves on their machine would, cold water valve, would clog up all the time. They're not on well water though. I couldn't figure it out, but I think that's the reason they got this machine is they got tired of paying for water valves. So they conveniently left this out. That's pretty good. Let's check this out. Alright, did I turn the water on? I did. Alright, let's check the cold water valve. Should be 3 lights on right here. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Cold water valve's working. Let's put some water in it. Be able to test the pump. And hot water valve right here. So both of the water valves are working. And we're just going to put some water in it to make sure we have enough for the pump to drain. Alright. Let's see. Cold water valve. I don't know if it's got a fabric softener. It does. I can hear it. And spray rinse. I don't know if it's got one of them. It does. Got one of them. Alright. So recirculation pump. I don't think this has one. It doesn't. Drain pump. Pump's working. Pump works fine. So it might be more to it than do a lid switch. Rinse, spin, rinse, spin. That's right. So the lid switch, we want to test it. We want these 3 lights on, and with it down, the rinse light should flash, which it does. When you open it, the spin light should flash, which it does. But that does not test the spin cycle. To test the spin cycle, we need these 3 lights on. And it doesn't test the lid lock. You put it on the spin cycle, get 2 sprays of water here if our lid will lock. Lid locks. Let's see if it will spin. Not spinning. Let's see if we get agitate. So we're not getting anything to the motor. So these people might be having a tough time. What we want to do, since they got all this stuff to change it, let's change our capacitor we're not getting anything to the motor. Could be the capacitor. And I just happen to have a GE capacitor somewhere. There's one, but it's too big enough. These people need to come pick up. I need one of those small capacitors. That's too big. Long skinny capacitor. Where are you? There's one. No. 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 Better have a GE capacitor up in here somewhere. It's not one. La da da, la da da. Well, I can't believe. There's one that I see it's a 60. That's a 60. Let's see if this one's a 60. It is a 60. Let's try this first. Okay. Try a spin. Two squirts of water. It should lock. Lid locked. So we're not getting anything to the motor. So let's check the motor. Let's clear this out. I'll put that back on. Checking the motor is a fairly easy thing to do. On account of I have a GE motor tester box that I made just the other day, and I'll hook it up and test it. Now, before I do that, I want to take this belt off. Now, let me get my tester. I made this the other day for GE motors. It is made a video on making one for a whirlpool. test box, and you can see that in the video link that I will put up above here. Just look up there somewhere and there'll be a video link. And this one is very similar to that. It's got just about the same exact wiring configuration. You just have to deal with it. Let's check this motor. So man, just getting that plug off of there. There we go. All right, and let's plug this one in. Now let's make sure it's off. I'll plug this in. Come on now. All right, it goes one direction, it goes the other direction. So the motor's not the problem. I'll unplug that. The motor's not our problem. It works. And the motor speed sensor shouldn't keep power from going to the motor. We could have something in the wiring. The pump works. The motor's not working. Let's make sure we got good connection. What is that? Okay. Huh. Put this back on. All right. So we know we got power going to the motor. And it's not going to be our capacitor. Let me see. I hate getting zapped by these things. They will just knock the snot out of you. So, white wire, yellow wire. Yellow wire goes there. One white, one yellow. Yellow, they all go to here. White, yellow. Alright, that's where they come out, right there. Tell you what, I got a console. You can just swap the consoles out. It's easier than taking that board off. There's one right there. There's another one. Take this one. Yep. We can find out fast if it's the control board. La-di-da. I do not like GE's safety clips. They're really hard to get off. Some are just almost impossible. And some are simple. That one. That's the original. Here's one. It goes there. This one goes here. And I'm missing one. There it is. And it goes there. Alright. Now, let's plug it in and then do another test on it for spin. And if that's it, it's probably a break in the wiring. Oh shoot, I don't have any buttons on this thing. Where did all my buttons go? And this one. There. Alright, let's do a spin. Might be why that was up there was no good. Yeah, I've got another one. La la di da. We got this one. So what we're going to do, put it in test mode. We got it on 12. I always start on 12. Hold this button down, turn it 180 degrees or 7 clicks, let go, and wait for it to flash. And I know our spin cycle is 1, 2, 3. Soak, wash, and rinse. We should get 2 water valves open. If you can't hear them, I can feel them buzz on here. That's 2. Lid locks. Should send a signal to the motor shortly if the shift actuator shifts. I don't hear that. Heard something. Heard something. There it goes. I think it spun for just a second. I had a loud truck out here. I'm gonna do that all over again. Okay. Two clicks. Lid locked. It's spinning. And it stopped. Now when it spins and stops like that, it's usually the motor speed sensor. But we're getting something now. So and I can still feel it spinning. So we got it to spin a little bit. That's a motor speed sensor. Wonder if we got a bad motor speed sensor. Or maybe the magnets on the motor itself. We could change the motor. But let's change the motor speed sensor. I've got another new one. That was a brand new one. And what I want to do, we'll test the agitate. Alright. So now we've got a customer coming up. So it is the next day. Actually it's Monday. I did all this on Friday evening. And I kept getting a motor speed sensor error. It wouldn't work. Kept getting a motor speed sensor error and it just would not work. So anyhow, in this big pile of boxes that the customer brought me was a new control board. And now I had put a new console on it with a control board that I know that worked. Yeah, but it didn't. So anyway, this first thing this morning I changed the motor speed sensor. Same thing. So I said, well, let me change the control board. So I did. And lo and behold, the thing's working. So it's one of those absolute mysteries. They changed all these components on here, and I don't know. You know, I got it behind some other technicians. One guy even ordered a transmission. He had a transmission, a new belt, a new shift actuator, a new control board, new transmission. May have said that. Knew almost everything except for the motor and the water pump. And so it came down to the control board. It's working fine now. But I'm not going to charge the customer anything. He's just going to give me all these parts. I don't think this control board is bad, but I have no idea what went on with that. So we got it fixed. So give me a thumbs up. See you on the next one. Goodbye.